You weren't lying, man. Hytale really is going crazy. I thought this was like a niche thing. Look at this. Golly. Brother Bear. It is, wow. 200K viewers combined, and we got the whole crew. We got the whole crew. Golly, look at this. That's some crazy work. Because I hate you, Amelia. Jesus. How long do you think this lasts? I'm going to give it a week. Maybe. I'm sure the game's good. I'm sure it is. But the moment I saw that you had to pay for it, I clocked that shit. I clocked it. I said, this is niche, unfortunately. We'll see how long it lasts, though. I don't know. Maybe it does become Minecraft too, or it becomes like I don't want to say. The problem is, it's just too similar to Minecraft to have a niche. I wonder, because Minecraft's just free, right? How can you beat what is free? And also, I feel like Minecraft is a better looking game. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe that's a hot take, but Minecraft is $30. Oh shit, you're right. But you can still play it for free. I guess I'm capping. What do I mean Minecraft is free? Sorry, I'm lying to myself. I've had Minecraft for so long I forgot I paid for it. Type shit. Privileged. Not even that. I'm also like fucking tired as hell right now, bro. Dude's coping. I'm coping a little bit. I'm having a little bit of FOMO right now. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm having a little bit of FOMO. I'm like, damn, I should be fucking streaming Hytale right now. Are you kidding me? We'll see. We'll see where it goes. I think that's the question. It's interesting for sure. It just, man, I feel like it just looks like, can Hypixel sue Hytale for stealing their name? Hytale was made by the guy who made Hypixel. Hytale is one of those rip-off Minecraft textures. Type shit. I swear to God, it just doesn't look good, man. It just doesn't look good. I am not a fan. Can you do an editing stream? No. Because you guys don't care about what I'm editing. And what I'm editing is very boring. I was figuring out some random technical shit. Like the kind of editing stuff that I'm doing is like, hey man, how can I download a very specific kind of plugin onto my onto my DaVinci Resolve? Like it is niche upon niche upon niche, okay? It's not worth. It just doesn't, man. It just doesn't look that good. It just doesn't. I'm sorry. I think the textures are whack. I'll be interested. I'd really I'd love Hytale if there were better textures, but I don't know. We'll see. Maybe the game is good. Maybe I should just fucking buy it and download it, right? I'm gonna go to sleep. I want to go to sleep. Dude, I'm fucking exhausted. Golly, I'm tired. It just happened too, because I was at work. The clock hits 4 and my body just shuts down. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? It was crazy work. I was collapsing in my seat. I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm just dead. Hytale will get a big update soon. I heard Minecraft, they're working on the big end update, but what do I know? Hytale's $20. It's not that expensive, yeah. It is very buyable. Speaking of Red Ball, I should probably tell you I'm thinking about dropping off Red Ball pretty soon, or at least take another break from it. I want to do other shit. Cozy office job, and he's gonna start thinking it's tough work. It's not, bro. I did tough work. What the fuck are you talking about? I know what I have, Mirez. I know what I have. What do you think I am? I take what I have for granted, bro. Like I haven't been in the fucking trenches. Not as deep in the trenches as others, for sure, but I've still been there, bro. I should try making those Minecraft event stuff. Like, what do you mean by making Minecraft event stuff? As in, like, playing in Minecraft events, or like making the actual events? All right, because there's like a big difference between those two things. What do you want to do here? Making the actual events? I hope you got some expendable income. I hope you got some wealth lying around, brother. Hope you got some money lying around, big boy. It's not about that. It's not about the money, Spider-Man. I can code. No, I'm talking about server costs, my boy. I don't care about coding. Yeah, you can code. Anybody can code. I could probably learn how to code. It's money, buddy. Server costs. You know, it's not cheap to run, like, you know, 200 people. This ain't no joke, brother. I've talked to these devs. Why do you restart the game on Red Ball like 3 times? Because I'm stupid. Beat jet lag on stream. It's crazy you remember the level name. Oh, what else do I want to talk about? Oh, I have something else I want to talk about. I kind of don't want to talk about it, but I also do want to talk about it, and that's why I'm bringing it up. So Hytale's a thing. That's happening. It was a miserable level. I had fun with it. Arguably, that was the funnest I had with Geometry Dash. Arguably. It was not a good level, but it was fun. I had fun with it. So, do you guys remember the how do I describe it? I used to talk about the where I talked a little bit about the show, or the legacy, the Minecraft hockey little like TV like animated thing, like the Minecraft hockey show that Zombie Magikarp and them wanted to make. I don't know if you guys were there for those discussions, but I talked a little bit about it on stream. Zombie Magikarp and a couple of the boys from last season. It's not animated, sorry. I don't know why I said animated. I guess it's Minecraft. Shit ain't animated, but they wanted to make a show, like a little episodic series about the season and whatnot. Well, about that, I don't know how to say this nicely, so I'm not going to say it nicely at all. It's not happening. It will not happen. And I say that knowing that they are still actively trying. Or at least they're still pretending like it's going to happen. It's not going to happen. They're not going to make a single episode. It's not going to happen. It was... Oh boy. I got hired on as a writer for the show. Man, I was interested just because, like, I can write. I'm interested. Maybe I can, like, fuck around with some of the dialogue, make people sound interesting, like, all that good stuff, right? I was curious. I wanted to see what I could do. They had a writers meeting, I want to say a couple days ago. And I'm like, oh, okay, writers meeting. Hell yeah, I'm here for it. I hop on the Discord call, and they show us this Discord doc that this Google Doc they've been working on for, like, the episode and the series and how they wanted to progress and everything. That shit had 21 episodes on it. I'm like, 21 episodes? Jesus Christ. And then somebody asked, so how long do you expect every episode to be? And they're like, oh yeah, we were looking for maybe like 20-30 minutes. I'm like, oh my fucking god. We're just not being serious right now. I was dying, bro. 20 to 30 minute episodes, and you want 21 of them? My brother in Christ. I was dying, brother. That shit had to be dead ass. Oh man, and dude, they didn't even finish writing like the outline for each episode. They didn't even have an outline for each episode. They had like a couple of words of text for each episode. And it's funny because I called it exactly. I called that this entire project was not serious. Or at least I warned Zombie Magikarp. Whenever he's in my chat, I was like, man, I don't know if this is gonna work out or not, man. I don't know. Like it seems like a lot of work, but he was like, yeah, no, it'll be great, it'll work out. I should have known, or I should have called it a lot harder. The moment that like the first thing that they thought about doing is like, I want to make a TV show. I want to make a show using in Minecraft about blocky hockey. What's the first thing I should do? What's the number one thing I need to do to get this show going? That's right. Hire voice actors. Jesus Christ. I should have called it so much harder. Hire voice actors were just like the moment I saw that, the moment that they started hiring voice actors and they didn't even have an idea of what the script was going to look like. They didn't even have a concept of the script. I should have known that you know, that this shit was not serious. I should have known. And don't act like I'm not putting in work, because I literally wrote them the entire first episode. I spent the last 2 days when I was bored at my job, which is, you know, a fair bit, and also I was slacking off, so don't tell anybody. But I wrote them a whole episode. It's there. I wrote a whole episode for them. And I've not gotten a single comment on it because nobody checks that doc. It is dead. Because the writers don't know shit, because the creators don't know what they want, and the writers don't know what they want, and so nobody knows what anybody wants because nobody wants to actually put in the hard work that it takes to make this stuff. Guess what? This is, you know, doing all this creative stuff, it's not all like fun and games, man. Everybody likes to imagine the final product, but they don't like to imagine the kind of work it takes to put in, okay? Sometimes you got to do like the hard work, like actually writing like a script and doing it. And then you got to film it and stuff. Like, you know, there's a whole lot of stuff that goes into this. It's a lot of work. It is a lot of work. And I know, because not only have I written scripts, not only have I filmed movies, not only have I made stuff in Minecraft, I've done all of these things. So I have a concept of the kind of effort you're trying to put in. And yeah, it's going to die probably quietly. Half the lab groups I'm in, it's just very idealistic in a very kind of like, the problem that I have with it being idealistic like this is like, why would you bring other people into your fantasies? That's my beef with it. I think that's always been my beef with a lot of this stuff. Like, why do you insist on like getting a whole group of other people excited about their role in this project? And it's like, the project was never going to happen, right? That's my beef with it. Because it's just, everybody wants to do the fun stuff, man. It's fun to hire voice actors and tell them, man, we've got this grand vision and you're going to be a part of it. And then they're excited, and then you get that dopamine rush because they're excited about what you're doing. And then you realize like, oh shit, this is actually really fucking hard. It's like, what are we doing, man? What are we actually like doing for real, for real? So yeah, that's what's happening with that. If Zombie Magikarp comes into stream and he wants to talk about it, then I will share my thoughts candidly. Because if there's one thing that Cheapo3 is, it is honest. So, if he wants to hear my thoughts, I'll tell him my thoughts. This shit is cooked. But yeah, I wrote the episode. We'll see. I want to see how long it takes for anybody to figure out that I've actually written something, or like something has been written, because they don't know it's me. I didn't like sign my work or anything. They do have editing access to the document, so they'll be able to see. But I wonder how long it will take until they realize that somebody actually wrote something. I have not seen a single other person work on the doc. Like, not a single bit of work. I should check the editing history. Can I get an early look? No, I'm not going to leak. Because on the off chance, on like the very slim off chance that this actually does happen, that would kind of be a little bit cringe. So I'm not going to tell you about the content or anything, but just know. Just know that this is cooked. Just know it. Note in your heart of hearts that this is cooked. I thought it was pretty good. I thought I wrote a pretty, like, competent, like, tight... Like, I'm not saying it's perfect or anything, but I thought it was pretty efficient. It was tight. It was fun. It set up a lot of characters. It set up characters. It set up conflict. You know, it set up a bunch of stuff for the rest of this year. I thought it was great. And actually lead if they don't want it to be cooked? No. Of course. But they need, like, an entire, like, overhaul of how they're thinking about this project. Because the way that they're conceiving of this project is that it is a recreation of the series of their season. This is their season. And they've made these characters after them. These are their characters. These are them. These people are being personified in the characters that they're making. It's one-to-one. And the problem is they're thinking about it like that. They're thinking about themselves as a character. What would I do if I was this character? That's the fuck. That is a awful mindset to have. That is not the mindset you need to have. You cannot be thinking that shit. Because the moment you start to, like, become attached to your characters, the moment that your story is cooked. The moment. All right? And so what's happening is that they have all these ideas about what they want to happen, and they don't stop to think about is it actually, like, worth a damn? Does it actually matter? Like, the problem is real life is not as good as stories. Okay? Real life just isn't as good. There's not much drama and interesting interpersonal conflict. Like we just have to make up shit, bro. Just make shit up. They had this tiny little plot outline. It was like a couple sentences of like how they wanted episode 1 to go. And I read it and I'm like, this is fucking shit. This is awful. So I rewrote some stuff. I wrote around some stuff. I just made some stuff. I just said, I don't agree with you. So I just wrote my own episode. I followed the general idea, but I changed some pretty major stuff because it made more sense, because it made the story better, because it was more interesting. Okay? We have how many characters do we have? Like 21 or something? Like, what the fuck? Why do we have 21 characters? Why? Why do we need 21 characters? What the fuck are we gonna do with 21 characters? Oh my god. Bro. 21 fucking characters that we all need lines for. Half these characters don't need to be here, bro. You need to make like 8 10-minute episodes. That's what you should do. You should make like 8 10-minute episodes. But no, they want 21 20-minute episodes. I'm gonna kill myself. It's just not serious. Like I said, it's just wholly unserious, and that's fine, right? These are I don't want to say they're kids, but that's what it comes off as. They're just like kids who have no idea what they're doing, because they've never done this shit before, right? They have all the idea, like, right? This is what I was like back in the day. You know, I have, visions of trees dancing in my head. Visions of sugar plums are dancing in my head. And then I actually get down to brass tacks. It's like, oh shit, the sugar plums aren't real, bro. And then you make it, and then it comes out like shit. And it's like, damn, what the did I do? And then you learn. That's how you learn. That's how you figure stuff out. That's how and so this is just unfortunately a learning experience that comes at the expense of a bunch of other people. That's what it is. And that's fine. It happens to the best of us. I hate, I hate acting like an unk, but it is what it is, right? If I'm gonna be an unk, I might as well act like one, right? This feels like a trope. No, it's just like character development. It's what happens. It's not for me at least, it's not a shocker to see the way that this is going. Like I said, I kind of called it from the beginning. But I went pretty soft because I didn't want to, I don't know. I went really soft because I didn't want to, dissuade them or, make them angry or whatever. I like Zombie Magikarp. I do. I really like these guys. These are really nice people. The problem is they just, they just don't know what they're getting themselves into, and that's fine. I've seen it before in TV shows. Yeah. Yeah, of course. It is, life sometimes, life sometimes models TV. Or, TV shows are derived from the things that we learn in life, right? Something, something. It's just what happens, man. You're young and you're dumb, and you do dumb stuff, and, you know, your head's in the clouds, and that's fine, you know? Unfortunately, like this isn't like a, you know, aim for the moon and land in the stars type thing. This is more like a aim for the galaxy across the way, and then land in the middle of dead space, and now you're dead, right? Land in nothingness, and now you can't breathe, right? So, like I said, it happens. It happens. That's fine. I went through the same stuff. It's just that, you know, generally I feel like when I went through it, since I was lame and a loner and a pussy boy, I made all those mistakes, but I did them to myself, basically. I did all that dumb shit, but I did it by myself. I fucked up, but I fucked it up all on my own. So I was the one who had to deal with the consequences, right? And so I really didn't get anybody else involved with my, you know, dumbassery. Which is not a good thing. I think that you should have people involved with your dumbassery. It makes your dumbassery more potent if other people are involved. My self-awareness is skyrocketing. That's good. I think that's kind of just, you know, you'll have... I think self-progress is not a linear progression. That's not a hot take, but, you know, it is what it is. You know, learning about yourself and becoming a better person is, you know, it's flat with huge periods of growth, and then you kind of just stagnate again. And you kind of just go from there. Slowly increasing and getting better in these gigantic bursts, you know? You feel like you're super big brain. And then you're like, damn, I'm big brain now. Sort of getting a growth mindset. You're just realizing stuff about, like... You're just realizing, like, if I think about the world in this particular way, like, generally it's more beneficial for me. It makes me happier. It makes whatever I'm doing in life make me happier. Sometimes it's all about, you know, like, we talk a lot about, like, mindset, and I feel like that's a big buzzword for a lot of stuff, because a lot of people have kind of taken that word and kind of fucking abused it. Like, all these grifting, you know, like, you know, red-pilled, you know, grinders or whatever, like growth mindset or whatever. But, like, changing the way you think about things is just kind of the way you change most stuff, right? You just gotta be honest with yourself. Mindset is important. I think I told this story about, like, getting to work out every single day. I didn't start working out every day. That was my goal. When I started, like, working out again, I'm like, I'm gonna start working out again. I started working out again. I wanted to go every day, but I fucking couldn't. I felt awful, and so I ended up going no days. And I'm like, okay, fuck it. I'm gonna lower my expectations. I started going 3 times a week. Sorry, I shouldn't say a day. I should say a week. Instead of going five times a week, I said my goal is 3 times a week, and I could do that. And then eventually, after going 3 times a week long enough, I said, fuck it, let's go for 5. And then I went for 5, and I felt great. And it's like, you know, just, you know, this slow sequential progression, just changing the way I thought about, you know, getting used to the idea of working out 3 times a week and then upping it to 5, and it doesn't, you know, now just feels normal. It doesn't feel like a horrible waste. And even if I miss a day, I'm like, okay, it's whatever, right? That's just how it goes. It's just become part of the routine, part of the schedule. That's all it takes, man. That's right, Sheep003 sharing insights about the world. Or his own insights about the world. I shouldn't say insights about the world like I am some divine being with the insights about the world. I don't know all that much in the grand scheme of things. I will say one thing that is kind of fucked up recently. If we're gonna talk about fucked up things, one thing that's kind of been screwing with me is that I've been starting to think a little bit more, like, existentially about the state of the world. And I think that's a product of me having more money. And I'm not kidding about that. I say it as a joke, but it's not a joke. There's this idea in my head about, like, man, there's so many more, like, people talk about, you know, like, financial freedom or whatever, but man, our world is gonna die, bro. We're polluting the planet. We need to worry about, like, our number one thing needs to be climate change. That's our number one issue, when in the reality, like, the number one issue is not fucking climate change, okay? It's people aren't getting enough bread to eat. That's the real issue. Right? And I remember, see, I remember the reason why this hits so hard is because not only do I feel myself becoming more, like, detached from the, you know, the everyman experience, but I find myself, I remember an argument I had with, it was me, it was at one of my parents' parties, and I was bartending, because I used to bartend for my parents' parties, because that's what I do. I just go back and I'd run the bar for them, because I was cool. And so I was running the bar, and I'd get into some interesting conversations with, like, older people. Like, these are people in their 40s, 50s. And I'd get into these conversations with them, and I remember it was, like, late night, you know, everybody's a little bit, you know, inhibitions have been lowered, because I've done my job, right? And so I'm talking to this guy about, like, the world, and I'm talking, like, and this was back when I had, like, my minimum wage, you know, I'm working at fucking the local news station. And I remember talking about this, like, man, like, it's so nice for you, like, like, our biggest problem is, like, we need to help out people with money and shit. Like this guy comes to me, he's talking about, like, space. He wants to talk about, like, how, like, we need to explore space, and we need to solve climate change, and we need to go to the stars, and we need to, you know, we need to expand as a species. And I'm like, bro, I'm making fucking minimum wage, my guy. I don't give a shit about any of this. And I remember this being, like, he was talking, and I'm like, that's me. I'm becoming that guy. It's like minimum wage. Who cares? We need to explore the stars. And that's just because I've got money now. And it's crazy to think that's how it goes. I am becoming the annoying old guy who is so rich he can't even fathom the real issues that people are going through. That's me. The super unk. It's just becoming like that. It's like, it's fucking sad. I honestly, it's like, it kind of sucks. At least I can feel it. At least I know that this is happening. I think that this is like the kind of the cherry on top of the shit sandwich is that I am at least aware, right? I know what's happening, so I can do something about it, right? But I can't help myself feel more attached to these larger, grander issues about the state of the human race, the state of the planet Earth, right? I can't help but thinking in those more broader terms, right? As opposed to the state of the individual, the state of the way the person is feeling. I'm thinking in terms of systems as opposed to individuals, and you'll get yourself into a lot of trouble when you stop considering the individual inside of your system. Because the moment you stop considering the individual inside of the grander system, then everybody's lives become horrible except for the people at the top. That's what happens. When you're so rich, you stop thinking about people. You've lost the plot. Why do you think, you know, people who are extraordinarily wealthy and, like, politicians and stuff don't actually, you know, make your life meaningfully better? It's because they're not thinking individually. You know, I'm starting to push myself a lot more. I basically didn't do that at all, like 99% of the time. I don't know what exactly changed. I think that's an interesting thought to have, you know, over the next couple of months or so. Figuring stuff out. I think that's the best part about being very self-reflective, is that you start to understand the way you work a lot better. And you can start to kind of play with your own, like, mind and emotions a lot better. We're doing full game. Bro, we always have done this. Or we've been doing this for a while now, Mirrors. Why are you shocked? I think I think but what I was saying is that the best part about being super self-reflective is that you start to understand a lot more about the way you work. And when you understand the way you work, you're able to kind of play games with yourself in a funny way, where you're able to get yourself to do stuff just by, you know, by understanding who you are. More practice? No. I mean, the fact is, Mirrors, I'm still sleepy as hell, bro. I'm tired, okay? My poor body is shutting down. And there's one thing I need to do. There's still another editing thing I need to do. Editing-wise. Because I'm trying to figure out this new plugin that I'm working with. And I need to figure out if it's going to work for my video. So first I need to download it, which I figured out how to do. Now, granted, it was at, like, you know, 10:45 I figured out how to download the thing. But I did figure it out. And then I need to figure out if the actual thing I'm downloading is going to be good or not. Tired Loki is speed buff when... speed buff. Oh, I fucked it. Wow. I can see it. It looks years now it started working. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. You're just like... I think there's just something... I think that... I mean, for me, there was like... I think a big... like... Maybe there was some major life event. Because I think when I started becoming a lot more self-reflective, there was like one really big major life event that happened to me. That kind of started, like... That started for me... Like, that started me considering it's like, oh shit. Like, other people have, like, feelings. And I should care about that. Like, those are important. It's not just knowing that other people have feelings and emotions. It's that understanding that other people's feelings and emotions are valid and important. And you should care about them. And then when you start to realize that, you can start to, you know, reflect on the ways that you act and the ways that you talk and the way you think. My self-reflection is driven by obsession. Do you want to go into detail about that? Since we're going to do a therapy session here. Need to find out what's wrong with me. That's interesting. I don't think I can relate to your experience, but I think it's interesting nonetheless. What's wrong with my life? You thought about something was wrong? That's crazy. Man, imagine having a deep existential conversation about your life when I hit this shit. Never mind. Yep, okay. Never mind. I want to understand people so I can understand myself. I think I've talked about this before, at least sometimes, but the big event that changed the way I thought about things was, ironically enough, my brother coming out as trans. I don't think I ever told my brother this. But yeah, my brother coming out as trans was like a huge, like, very impactful moment for me as a person, because that was when I was like kind of at the peak of, you know, the cringe teenager conservative arc. Cringe conservative sheep was, you know, full force, and I did a lot of cringe shit that I haven't even talked about before. I did a change my mind. I'm not kidding. I set up a table. I did a whole change my mind. I'm not kidding about that shit. That did happen. That was real. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to go into detail about that, but that did happen. 2020 was when I graduated from high school. No, this was like 2017, 2018. But yeah. Oh man, I'm thinking about my I hate thinking about my high school self. I genuinely, like, it's so icky. It's such an icky thing. Doesn't sound as negative, does it? I think it's okay to call it what it is. Bro, I swear to God, I was such a fucking nerd, dude. I was such a fucking nerd. I was unfathomably lame. It was really crazy, right? Oh man, I hate thinking about this. like I said, I think I talked earlier about like doing dumb shit as a kid and then you bring other people into your dumb shit. Like this is what's happening. These people are doing it online on Discord about like some shitty, you know, some stupid like Minecraft hockey video game. I was doing it about fucking politics in my own high school at the ripe age of fucking like, who knows, 16, 17? Like, Jesus. 16 probably. But I think like, but what I was saying about my brother becoming trans is that because that kind of hit at the peak of my like conservative arc, I was kind of on that like, you know, trans people, you know, I care about trans people, but they're not real. There are two genders. That was like type shit. I was like I was on that two genders type shit. And then my brother comes out as trans, right? And that is like, that to me is crazy because I loved my brother a lot and I still love my brother a lot. I say it like past tense, like it's changed. No, like I love my brother and I'm like, this is like how am I supposed to reconcile this in my head that I want to accept and help my brother as much as I fucking can, but this doesn't fucking match up to the way that I see the world. This doesn't match up to the way that I read the world, right? And because of that, I start to like rethink everything, bro. I start to reconsider everything. Everything changes. And that's how I kind of get here today. It's kind of how I wander into this particular position I am in today because of, I think that moment was like there are a lot of pivotal moments that like change the course of your life. One of them was me deciding to buy a fucking camera and microphone, or asking for a camera and a microphone for my birthday so I could start streaming. Jesus, what a horrible time. That was another moment that happened. But yeah, that moment doesn't happen if that moment doesn't happen, right? So I need to think about what changed my life. Maybe it is just slower. Maybe you were less cringe than I was. But yeah, I guess I've always been just like a very like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a very driven person, I guess. Like if I have my mind set on doing something, I want to do it. And I want to do it 100%. I don't like, you know, going halfway on stuff. Whenever I decide to do something, I'm going to do it 100% of the way through. I'm going to see it through. And that's kind of generally how I've been, you know, been operating. And I think that was kind of just that, right? I'm going to be very honest. I'm going to, like, if I have a value, I'm going to live by that value, or I'm going to at least try very hard to live by that value, or I'm going to, you know, do things that further that cause or whatever. If I care about something and I find it really important to me, I'm going to do some stuff about it, right? Maybe it's just the way I am. God damn it, how do I miss that? It's so annoying. Slowly changing. Don't worry, T-Beat. When you get a little bit older, your body starts going through some changes. It's perfectly normal. No. But I know what you mean. I know what you mean. You know, one thing that I'm interested about is here's a good question about puberty. Speaking of puberty, is it the fact that you are more horny during puberty, or is it just the fact that you are the same amount of horny, you're just better at managing it because you're used to it? Because I don't know if I don't feel like my sex drive has significantly changed from puberty till now. I don't know. I feel the same. I wonder if I'm just better at, you know, I have more experience dealing with, you know, the way that my mind works now, so I'm better able to control it. And so I don't come off as a fucking outward fucking psycho freak boy. I'm not gonna think about this. I thought it was an interesting question. I don't know. It's a curious conundrum. Because everybody, like, always, it's always in the books. It's like, everybody's like, oh, these teenagers, man, they're just these horny, crazy teenagers. And I'm like, I don't know if they're that horny. I think they're the same amount of horny as all of us. We're just better at handling it than they are, okay? They don't know what they're doing, okay? Because they've never felt this way before. They're going crazy on that hoe. But I feel like it will lead to nowhere. Well, okay, and so? Not all interesting things need to lead somewhere. Sometimes you can just think about shit for the sake of it. Why do you think power scaling exists? Do you think power scaling discourse is ever going to lead anywhere? Personally, I think you're wrong. Oh, that's a hot take. Explain. Is it just a feeling? Back it up with empirical evidence, you bum. No, I'm kidding. Imagine if this was the run. Imagine we made all kids. If we put all kids into a series of 1v1s, it would not be good for humanity, I think. I think we should make a dystopian society where all kids have to test into life, and if they don't test well enough, they get shot in the fucking neck, like Charlie Kirk did. I think we should make a dystopian society where we kill people. Guys, that's what I think we should do. We should make a dystopian society where every single year we send 20 people to like a fucking battle royale death pit thing. And we should call it the Starvation Games. That's what I think. No. Here, I have an even better one. Once I finish fucking up level 7, I have a better one. Boy, oh boy, look at this time loss. It's so juicy. Do you feel it in your bones? I think that we should make a giant maze, and then we should put a bunch of teenagers that look like late 20s. Like we should put a bunch of teenagers that look like they're in their late 20s into the maze and just like make them fuck around. I don't know. Whatever the point was the maze. Thinking about that one. What was the point? I forget the like what was the point of the maze again? Like, I remember reading the books after that, but like, what was the fucking point of that whole thing again? Like we put these kids in the fuck ass maze, and like we did what? What did we do? Why did we do it again? Like the whole, I remember the whole world was dying because of like a virus or something. Like, why the fuck did they put people in a giant maze again? I don't even know, man. Metaphor. No, the hardest thing about these dystopian societies is justifying why the fuck they do anything. That's the taxpayer money. They rerouted the military-industrial complex into putting kids in fucking mazes and dying, just killing them. It was America the whole time. That's pretty dank, actually. I'm not gonna lie. Would I rather have my military spending go into death pits for kids, or like, I don't know, funding Israel? And you build a maze? Yeah! Okay, yeah, you were, because like there was like a virus and like the sun, or like the sun was a thing or something. Like there was a whole like lore to that. There's a whole lore to that entire maze book. And it was so shit. And all the books after it sucked. Global warming? I guess it was global warming, wasn't it? Damn, the whole thing just led up to some cringe global warming? Man. That's super... I lost 1,000,000 seconds. Fact. Damn it. I was greedy. I greeted. Because I was already down, so I greeted. What can I say? I'm just a man after all. Dude, that entire... I kind of want to look it up on Wikipedia. Oh, you know what I want to look up on Wikipedia? That walk. The Roblox game I was playing. That was a movie. I want to know the reason why that happened. I want to look up the summary on Wikipedia because I'm not watching that shit. Hold on, I'm looking it up. Long walk. Wait, I'm looking up the story because I want to know why the f it happened. Why the hell did the long walk happen? Okay. The United States is a totalitarian military regime. The regime has established an annual event, the Long Walk, which aims to inspire patriotism and work ethic among the destitute. 50 teenage boys, one from each state, are randomly chosen, giving water rations and must walk hundreds of miles non-stop. What the fuck? It's just... Bro, they did the Hunger Games, except walking. They did the fucking Hunger Games. The walk ends when there's one survivor who receives a large cash prize. I want to kill myself, bro. It's literally the fucking Hunger Games. It's the Hunger Games. Awesome. Amazing. Cool. Wow. It's the Hunger Games. They made the Hunger Games. I'm so glad I didn't watch this bum-ass movie. Thank goodness. Thank goodness gracious. What happens at the end? At the evening of the 5th day. They killed the bad guy. That's hilarious. Amazing. All right. So it was like a stupid, useless movie. See, this is why I have fallen out of favor with all like the dystopian like novels or whatever, like the dystopian novels, the dystopian movies, all that stuff. I don't care anymore. All right? I don't care about that stuff. Because it's all lame, because there's never a good justification for why the world is the way it is. There's never a good justification. It's always like, so I am a totalitarian military regime, and I'm going to make people walk until they die. Like, what? Like, what? What? What are we talking about? What the fuck is happening? What? That's the stupidest idea ever. If I, like, even me, as not Sheepo3, not a totalitarian dictator, I can have 10 different better ideas to foster fucking patriotism than this shit. Read Stephen King and think this guy's coked out of his mind. I don't think I ever read Stephen King. Wait, Stephen King? Was that the guy who... No, that's not the guy who wrote the Telltale Heart. That was Edgar Allan Poe. No. Edgar Allan Poe was kind of goated, low-key. I did not read Stephen King, though. But I can imagine he's coked out of his mind. 100%. He wrote a bunch of, like, horror stuff, right? Oh, 100%. Post-apocalypse is better? Yeah. The whole post-apocalypse aesthetic. Like, I think especially, like, the Fallout games. Like, the Fallout games are kind of, like, a funny imagining, but it's like, that's just not how nuclear bombs work at all. I remember, like, the fallout from a nuclear bomb, like, the radiation dissipates within a couple of days, all right? Like, after a couple of days, it's fine to go back into the place. Like as long as you're not at, like, ground zero or whatever. Like, most of the radiation is going to be at, like, totally fine levels, all right? It's not going to be, like, 20 years of sitting in a fucking bunker waiting to walk out so the radiation is low enough. That's just not how it works. Like, yeah, there's a huge burst of radiation, but then after the huge burst, it's kind of like, you know, it decays pretty quick. So I always thought that was funny. How Fallout is just not realistic at all. This great anime, a post-apocalypse one. It's a slice of life. Yeah. I mean, everyone is just dying. Yeah. Again, I think it's like, it's a cool, like we have this idea in our heads of like the nuclear war and the fallout. Like, it's all very dramatic, and I think that's cool. It's a fun aesthetic, but it's not very realistic. But I think it's fun to just, like, if you can ignore the basis of fact, I think it's easy enough to suspend your disbelief, you know? with stuff like that. I think I have a much harder time suspending my disbelief when it comes to like dystopian like future civilizations. Right? I have a lot harder time suspending my disbelief because it's just like the concept is so fucking stupid. At least the Hunger Games had an interesting concept. Or at least it was interesting when it came out. The Hunger Games was interesting when it came out, and then it became watered down. Omega. Just exploring the meaning of life in a dying world. That's pretty dank. Some pretty sick stuff, man. They should do a slice of life. No. They should do an anime where it's one guy left. They're the last man alive. The last man alive. And he's walking the earth all by himself. He's all alone, all by himself. Everybody else has died except for him, and he's the last man alive. He doesn't want to kill himself because he's too much of a pussy. And so he's walking along, just exploring places, and we get to see his this life of him. And then he's gonna walk into a high school, and it's gonna be filled with girls. and then it goes from there. He wasn't the last person alive, as it turns out. The only people who survived was a school full of high school aged women. That's right, baby. We did it. The next hit anime. I want the first like 10 episodes to be fucking dramatic and heartbreaking and like talking about the existentialism of life. And I want it to make deep common themes, and then I want it to switch up entirely to some bullshit. That's what I want. I said fuck the mood, fuck the vibes. I want straight fan service for the next 20. Alright. I want them to remake the fucking, what's it name? What's it called? What was that one fucking manga I read about what's it called? Oh my god, I'm trying to remember the fuck it's called. I read the one horny manga. The one really horny one. Kids in prison. I'm trying to think. I gotta look it up now. I totally forget the name. This is gonna fuck up my search history. Prison School, that's the one. Hell yeah, baby. Prison School. That shit was awful. Prison School was fucking dog shit. That shit was awful, dude. That was the worst thing I ever read, Bear. I can't believe I read that shit. It got to a point, like, I didn't even finish Prison School. It got to a point where I'm like, I just want to end my life. This sucks so bad. I mean, they're fully adapted. Exactly. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to write a story about hot girls flirting with a shy, nerdy gamer. And the main character is going to look suspiciously like me. How have runs gone? I mean... Norx, I'm not gonna lie, I've not been thinking about the quality of my runs, okay? I'm tired because I didn't get enough sleep last night, so I'm kind of just... I'm just rambling about... I'm just talking about bullshit, bro. I'm just saying things. Norxar. But I've gotten a couple of good ones. I lost one at 7. I lost another one at 8. Norxar, I'm on some bullshit. Engaging in stupid hypotheticals. I love engaging in stupid hypotheticals, bro. Stupid hypotheticals, my beloved. That probably already exists. Of course it does, bro. Except in this one. Except my main character that looks suspiciously like me, but it's not me. The main character who looks suspiciously like me, but it's not me. will not be fucking around with underage kids. Every character in that manga will be over the age of 18. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We're not doing lolicon. God, you love to see it, baby. How wholesome. Gonna marry your stupid hypothetical? Damn right. What are you doing if your wife in 30 years says, would you love me if I was a feather? Oh, well, the thing is, I'd say yes, I could love you as a feather, because I've spent so much time imagining a feather that I'd be great. Are you kidding me? That's like the one question I'm ready for. Are you serious? Would you love me if I was a feather? Bro, do you know how long I've spent imagining feathers? I'm like the perfect adapted lover to a feather, bro. That's me. I'm gonna say, hey guys, meet my girlfriend. It's gonna be a fucking feather, baby. That's right. And that's how you know, at that point, if I ever say meet my girlfriend and it's an inanimate object, I need all of you guys to stop watching me, because that's when I have officially gone insane. Or, even better, keep watching me and see how far I go. How far I drop down the rabbit hole of insanity. Honestly, I think if Sheep started having a psychotic break from reality, I mean, shit, it might be better content. I'm not gonna lie. It might be good content. Lol, I would be a lol cow. Fuck, oh, that would suck. I would be a lol cow. Shit would be tragic. Would her feather look like Bub? It would be the most beautiful feather I've ever seen. If my girlfriend was a feather, it'd be the most beautiful feather ever. Because it's my girlfriend. That's right, baby. Boyfriend material right here. The ultimate performative male. I'm becoming more performative by the day. I can feel it in my bones. A white feather? I was thinking of a white feather. I was. No, it was Asian, okay? Fuck you. It was a feather, but it was shaped like Ariana Grande. Every time I see a picture of Ariana Grande, I wonder how long it's going to take for her to actually, like, eat something. Or, like, how long it takes for her to, like, prepare to stand up. Like, do you think she has to, like, sleep for 16 hours a day just to stand up for 3? Like, there's no way you exist. I can't imagine getting married. That, I'm not going to... I don't think that is, sorry. I don't want to roast you with that one. I know you're being serious. Oh, you couldn't imagine yourself getting married? Don't worry, me too. Sorry. I could imagine myself getting married. I couldn't imagine myself having kids, though. I'm still firmly on the I don't want kids train. I don't want kids. I don't want a dog. I don't want a cat. I don't want no pet. Sheepo 3 will not have a dog cam nor a cat cam. Because I won't have a dog nor a cat. I don't want them. I don't want to take care of another fucking thing. Animal. I'm okay. I cherish my time. My ever-draining amount of time in this world. And I want to spend half that time taking care of some fucking cat that'll probably hate me anyway. I'm good. Also, I get worried if I have a pet, because if I like become emotionally bonded and I become attached to it, then how much money am I going to throw away like on ridiculously expensive medical treatment just to keep it alive for another 2 months? Jesus Christ. Hell no. I do not care enough about my animals for that. And I don't want to care enough about my animals. I want to care about something that can make my life easier in turn, that can kind of like be reciprocal. That's why I like humans. I like adults. That's why I want a girlfriend. Not because I'm incapable of loving somebody or putting or investing time into other people. It's just that I want that time to be like I feel rewarded in a more substantial way. Can I have a lot in common with you? I don't know. It's like it's such a hard question because I'm such a miserable virgin, right? It's hard to answer. I thought I was gonna miss that frame perfect. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, I thought it was gonna be bad actually. If I can just not fuck up the back half. I think I fucked up the back half. Well, lucky me. I think we play it slow here. I think I was gonna make it, but I decided to play it safe, or else Miraz was going to crash out. Or just laugh at me. No, car, why the fuck? Okay, well, you know what? Fuck my life. It's not, there's no point. Stupid ass fucking car. I hate this game, dude. It still pays for sure. I was checking pace, Norxor. I think I was calculating it out when I was inputting my splits into my new into my new live split thing, because I had to transfer all the data over. I think I can afford to be 3 seconds behind going into level 11, and I'll still get sub 3. That's what that's like the rough calculations I've got. If I'm 3 seconds behind going into level 11, I hit it, I should theoretically still be able to hit. $255 with these shots? Yeah, for sure. 100%, but it's not about what time I get under 3 minutes. It just matters that it's under 3 minutes. It's the only thing that matters to me, okay? We have to stop thinking in terms of, you know, what if? You know, we have to stop thinking in terms of 255. We have to start thinking in terms of 3 minutes. I could be 1 millisecond under 3 minutes. It does not matter. It's all the same, baby. I will guarantee get myself like a 301. I can see it fucking happening, and I will quit on that day. When I drop a 301, I will quit. I will quit Red Bull, and I will uninstall it from my computer. No, but I'm speaking seriously. I think I talked about this a little bit earlier on stream, but I'm probably gonna take a break from Red Ball coming up relatively shortly. Mostly because I just want to play more blocky hockey. I can't even lie. I want to go back to playing blocky hockey. I want to go back, not this season, but next season. I want to play in blocky hockey again. I get it. No, that's fine. This is actually a slight at Norxor. I'm doing this because I can't stand that guy. No. I just don't want to get hung up on this and like have it fuck up like other stuff, other parts of my life, right? Maybe I'll get into like a Hytale phase. Who knows? I mean, now that Hytale's out. Maybe Hytale will be the Minecraft killer that we're all hoping for. I don't think it will be. But I think I guess the interesting part about Hytale is like how much of a community will it be able to carve out for itself, right? Like, because it's not going to kill Minecraft, but will it be like a Terraria thing where it has its own separate community? Because the thing with like the different thing between like Terraria and Minecraft is that they're two totally different games. Like there is no like there's no real like crossover between the two, right? Terraria and Minecraft have like two very distinct fan bases. But Hytale is so much closer to Minecraft. I wonder that if Hytale manages to kind of suck in a bigger audience, does it start to bleed from the Minecraft player base? I wonder. I just got that. I'm gonna get fucking, oh my god, I'm gonna play Hollow Knight. Chill, bro. I'll play Hollow Knight. I'll do the whole thing. I'll do the thing that you want me to do. All right. Hiya. What's the fucking thing that the Hornet says? Shaw. Yeah, I'll do all that, bro. Shaw. That was a Link sound. I instinctively made a Link sound because I just like the Link sounds, bro. Shaw. Tagali. All that. Adidas. It's gonna be sick, bro. And then I'm gonna recreate the video of the Hollow Knight just throwing it back. After I beat Hollow Knight, I'm gonna recreate that video live. And that'll be the conclusion to Sheepo 3 playing Hollow Knight. And then I'll play Silksong, and it'll be great. I actually need to make a list. Does anybody have any other games they need Sheep to play? Like, actual list, Sheep when next video? I'll tell you when it's out. I'm making a list of games that I want to play. Or games that I should play. Will you, though? I will. I'm actually working on videos. The video I'm working on right now is just like something I want to do because the thing is I have like a playlist of a bunch of songs that I listen to. And if you guys remember the Cress's editing playlist, well, I'm making another one of those because I have a bunch of songs in a list that is like, this list has gotten too big and I need to turn this into a playlist or else I'm gonna go crazy. So I'm working on that right now. That should be done in like a week though. It's not a big project at all. It's fun though because it's like a very easy, simple project that gets me back in the swing of things, and that's why I want to do it. Just because it's gonna get me back going, and I already feel it. I feel like I feel like the editing is in me, bro. I feel the editing in me. The other thing that I've been doing a lot more, I've been doing so much writing. I've been writing so much, man. When I said that the one thing I wanted from the desk job is the ability to do nothing and be like lazy, that is actually like, dude, you have so much free time in a desk job. You can fuck off and do absolutely nothing and nobody fucking notices. It's great. And I've been using that time. I've been using it to like write stuff. I've been writing a lot and it's been great. And I've been writing I'm starting to genuinely like really enjoy writing. And that's really fun. I'm started to add to my to the short stories notebook. Or sorry, the short stories, I guess notebook would be the correct word. I want to show you. I have this. This is my my notebook of short stories, and I used to write every weekend when before I went shopping. But now on Fridays I go to the bar and I write there. I write stories at the bar. All right? You guys can see. There's just pages of this shit, okay? And so I'm adding to it. How many stories have I written? I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Some of these are 1 pages, so they don't really count. They've gotten longer. 6, 7. This one is really long. And then 8. I've got 8 so far. And then I'm gonna add 9. You go to the bar. I am at the bar. I do go to the bar every Friday. I try to I try to do something social, or at least I try to hang out in a social space. Not do something social. I try to hang out in a social space because I think it's probably good for me. So on Fridays, there's this tiny little bar that I go to. It's like right by my house. I like walk down. It's a really nice. It's a really kind of hole in the wall place. Super small, super intimate. And I go and I hang out there. If I can find a seat. I've been lucky that the 2 times I've gone, I've been able to find a seat, but first of all, I need to try more drinks on their menu, and second of all, I need to make sure I go there a little bit earlier so I can find a seat because it is really small. There's like no seating at all. It is a tiny little place. And also I need an idea for what I'm going to write next. What am I going to write about? What's my little story idea that I'm going to have? I don't know. I'm trying to think about it. See now you guys got me on like a thought train. Should I learn how to write? I think it's a good skill to have. Be a better communicator. I was praised today for my communication from my boss. My boss said I'm a very good communicator. I'm like, oh, thanks. Where should I start? Fucking do it. What? Where should I start? I don't know. Fucking do it, dude. It's like the one thing I don't understand. Like, how do I get started streaming? How do I get started writing? How do I get started doing anything? I don't know. You fucking do it. That's how you get started. You pick up the goddamn pencil, boy. Pick up the keyboard. You have access to Google Docs, do you not? You have access to Notepad. You have access to a pen and a pencil. You have access to a piece of charcoal and a fucking sidewalk. Get it done, baby. See, you know that, TB. You're not stupid. You gotta write. That's what you do. You want to get started on anything, you just do it. Want to hear what you think? I don't know. For me, I just made up shit and I started writing. One thing I would do, though, if you want to do a little bit of research, I would look up how to, like, format stuff. If you want to learn how to, like doing writing, I would look up just, like, a quick little guide on, like, formatting. Just, like, text and dialogue and stuff. Just learning how to, like, having a quick guide of, like, formatting stuff is a good thing to have. Give us a story sheet. What, should I do, like, a story time? Should I read one of the stories that I've written? We should do bedtime story with sheep. Yeah, don't be shy. No, the only reason I'm not doing it is because I know that fucking, like, MJ and Amelia would be pissed if they missed this. What I should actually do is I should just transcribe them onto text and then I should just show everybody what I've written. I've thought about it. Just transcribe everything I've written down onto text and then just like, hey guys, look at what I made. Like a kid showing his parents his, like, shitty drawing. Look what I made, guys. I'm still trying to think of something interesting to write because the last concept that I had, the last little mini prompt that I had was a girl blowing up her bedroom wall with a magic fireball. Basically some young kid learning magic and then accidentally blowing up their bedroom wall. That was like my little prompt that I had in my head. And I thought that was fun. I thought that was cool. So that's what I wrote about. So just a little prompt like that. I think I want to switch up my style, though. I feel like I'm getting stylistically a little bit flat, so... It's so nice to be green. As I throw away level 7 aggressively. Yo, fuck! Well. So much stuff you can tell. Yeah, I think it's starting to get a little bit easier to tell when shit is written by AI. Yeah, definitely. AI just has a way of making everything sound so fucking boring and lame. And shit. Yeah, they all have this particularly bland writing style. It's not even the M dashes. Everybody likes to talk about the M dashes. Oh, they can't stop using M dashes. It's not even that, man. They just have a way of phrasing shit. That's fine. It's whatever. AI will slowly ruin the world until people figure out they cannot make money from it. And hopefully they will learn soon. Because consumers don't really care about AI like that. They think it's a cool novelty, but that's it. And once people realize, like, oh my god, AI is actually, like, really fucking expensive, it'll start, hopefully it'll stop being such, like, a big business thing. Because the only reason it's so pervasive is because of, like, big business stuff. But the idea is that once people stop throwing money at that shit like it's gonna save the world, hopefully it'll calm down into, like, a smaller little, like local models and whatnot, like local models, local ideas, stuff like that. That's a lot harder to make mainstream. Hopefully once AI... The idea is that ChatGPT would fucking shut down because OpenAI makes no money. And they won't make any money. They will never make a fucking profit to save their lives. They will not make a profit. AI will definitely walk among humans in the future, but it's not AI is not even close to we are nowhere close to even we're so fucking distantly far away from actually creating an actual human consciousness. We are so incredibly far away. No, not TB. No, not even fucking close. Genuinely, not even close. This is like saying self-driving cars is just 5 years away. Okay? It's my opinion. It's a shit opinion. Because these AIs are not like, they're not thinking. AI is not like, ChatGPT doesn't think. ChatGPT parses numbers. And it says, what is, like, I've been trained in this parse numbers, what is the next number in the sequence that will best fit the, the arbitrary requirements I've been given. But the stuff, no, we don't even understand how the human brain works, and we think, and you think we're gonna fucking make an artificial intelligence? Bro, we don't even know how consciousness works. We don't even know how that shit is formed. We have no fucking clue, bro. We have no idea how the human brain works. Do you think we're gonna create something that's even close to that level of, like, thinking and create? Do you even think for a second we're even gonna come close to that? No. We make machines that put numbers together that pretend to be human, and it's not even convincingly, like a really shitty impression of being a human. Okay? These things are not even, like, they are so far away from humanity, it is, like, not even funny. Really trying? No, it's not because they're not trying, it's because they have no idea where to even begin. Is that what LLMs are for? Bro, what the fuck are we even talking about, bro? Yeah, LLMs are the closest thing we have to an artificial intelligence, and those things are not even close to what a brain is. That's the problem with, like, this idea that we're gonna create fucking real artificial intelligence. A real AI. We are not. Because we don't know where to start. We don't know where to begin. How do you give something a consciousness? I don't know. Explain it. Nobody can. Because nobody knows how the fuck it works. Because our brains are too fucking complicated, bro. We've been knowing this shit. Just because we understand that neurons fire or whatever doesn't mean we understand how the brain works at all. You have no concept of that shit. It's actually a pretty clean level 6, I'm not gonna lie. I wonder if it's good. Oh boy, oh boy. It's my lucky day. That was a very clean. That was very clean. Oh, yep. Holy shit, no greed. That's even worse than not greeting. I missed a whole cycle. I don't think I'll be ahead, but I shouldn't be too far behind. Yeah, awesome. That's fine. Damn it! Oh, what an awful click that was. That was the worst timing I've ever had in my goddamn life. We'll see who is right. No, we won't see who's right because I am right. TB, I am correct. Objectively, this is a fact. I am correct. The facts are in my favor. I am correct. It's not like who is right. This is not like an equal, like 50-50. Which way is it gonna go? This is like, is Jesus gonna come back down to earth in the next year? No. What the fuck are we talking about, bro? Jesus will not come flying back down to earth in the next decade. It's not happening. Just like the way that, no. I'm not being full of myself. I'm being entirely honest. This is what is gonna happen. We're not gonna have artificial intelligence. We will not have robot people fighting for fucking freedom like it's goddamn Cyberpunk 2077 or whatever the hell. What's that game called? Detroit Become Human. This shit, dude, we will not be living in Detroit Become Human in 10 years. It's not gonna happen, brother. I swear to God. It's cooked, brother. What are we talking about? What's happening on Discord right now? Something's going on. Water. Immersa Void Events. Hey guys, I want to talk about something. Void Events is rebranding. Okay. Thanks for telling us. Thanks for letting me know. I appreciate that. I don't. Yo, why the fuck is Discord baiting? Either way, I'm back. Should probably go, like, practice, but whatever. After I throw away that run on level 9 by being a little kooky crazy gamer. I hate you, Mirrors. Let me free the prison of cringe I have built for myself. Just because you can't see the fruits of my labor doesn't mean that they aren't growing. Call me a carrot, the way I be growing underground. Call me a carrot the way I be growing when I'm inside of it. Oh. That is not the level 4 of my dreams. Poggers! That's right, I said it. The Twitch word. Fuck off, dog. What the fuck did I do? 4 seconds behind! Theoretically, it's not entirely cooked, but... Don't call me white. I'm multicultural. When I introduce you to my Hispanic girlfriend, aw, y'all are gonna be fucked up, bro. It's gonna be over for you frauds. I'ma go. Have a good one, Jonathan Beat. I hope you learn more about yourself or whatever you're doing these days. Nah, just throw it out. It's not even worth. That level 4 is so cooked. I need to purchase Hytale, and I also need to purchase Silksong. Hey, how much does Silksong cost? $1 million! I also need a furniture max harder. I haven't been furniture maxing enough. $20 as well. Damn. Let me check it on Steam. Maybe there's a sale going on that I should take advantage of. Probably not. It's too popular of a game. Why'd they fucking put it on sale? I guess Steam is nice like that sometimes. Steam. Notoriously good platform. Smutstone is free, ladies and gentlemen. Have you heard? Why is that the Smutstone? Oh! That is just... Wow. Jesus. I should not have clicked on that shit. Thank God I did not have my screen up. Oh my goodness. That is just straight pornography. Oh my God. I don't know why I clicked that shit. Oh wow, that is crazy work. That is just a lot of naked women. They look very AI generated. Smutstone? That shit looks super AI generated. It's a deck builder? No, that's gotta be AI. This has gotta be AI. Who made this game? They say reviews are mostly positive for Smutstone. Oh my God. Everybody's saying not recommended. Jesus. These guys are not serious. Wow. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the Smutstone stream. Well, I was reading reviews. I wanted to see if they, because like the game had a mostly positive rating, and I wanted to see. I was interested because like those like the girl, like the naked women that I was staring at blatantly were 100% AI generated. Okay, that artwork was so fucking AI. It's crazy work. And I just wanted to know if the reviews were also AI. Do you even see any sales? I don't know. I didn't see any sales, by the way. And also, Hollow Knight costs 15. But yeah, Smutstone is free. If you want to check it out, if you want to see some AI-generated deck builder, go fucking right ahead, I guess. AI can't generate you game animations, so they have to do static images. I don't know. I don't know why it's the first game that popped up. When I went to the search bar, it was just like the first thing. I'm like, bro, I have not downloaded a single porn game from Steam. Not even a single one. Oh, goodness gracious. There goes my 1.6 seconds of leeway. What a tragedy. And my car fucking hates me! Wow! Yahoo! 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 Sorry. If I'm gonna download a fucking porn game from Steam, why the hell would I download like a deck builder? Why would I download a porn card game? What a awful waste of my time. Are we kidding? If I want to see I want to see some movement, okay? I want to see some movement. I'm not downloading no half-assed fucking porn game, bro. That shit is crazy. Balatro porn? Isn't Balatro porn just... Isn't Balatro just a fucking card game? I'm sorry. If I look at Balatro on Rule 34, what am I gonna find? There's no way that exists. I can't... I don't believe it. What would they even draw? All the hot women that are totally addicted to Balatro? She's beautiful, and she's hot, and she likes all the things that I like. Haven't you heard? Why am I hitting level 6? Like this. It just don't make sense. Why I'm just on it right now. Oh, I'm dead. Yep. I clicked way too late. Hold on. I'm doing it. We've gotten too late in the day. I'm going insane. Alright. We need to discover if Balatro actually exists. Oh my god, it does. Oh my fucking goodness gracious. Oh my goodness. Okay, wow. Yikes. I'm not looking at that. Yowee. I spent more time looking at Smutstone than I did fucking Balatro Rule 34. Honestly, I think it's just because Smutstone just like jump. Dude, I just didn't expect Smutstone to be. I didn't expect it to be so like. I thought Smutstone it was gonna be like, you know, scantily clad women. That's what I thought. No, it was just full fucking dick and balls, full dick and balls. It was the whole way, the whole length. I'm like, geez, man. I thought that you were gonna, you know, at least play like. I thought it was gonna be like your classic, like whatchamacallit. Your classic Hoyoverse game, you know? It was like a swimsuit. It was like every single class-based shooter who are releasing like swimsuit skins, you know? It was gonna be that. If there's one thing that Marvel Rivals has done good for the gaming space, it's made creating horny skins for characters more societally acceptable. And I think that's a good thing. I think making sure that devs are more comfortable just releasing, like, just fully fucking Goonerbait skins for their characters. I think that's positive for humanity. I sound like Asmongold right now. God damn it, I just realized I sound so much like Asmongold. I want games that appeal to men. Alright? Yeah, I want hot girls in my games. Is that a crime? Is it a crime to want to look at hot women with big fucking tits? Is that a crime? Jesus Christ. My god. I'm going on my right-wing arc again, ladies and gentlemen. Part 2. Electric Boogaloo. I know it's true. You know why I know it's true? Because it's fucking obvious. Stupid. I know everything. I know that I have the correct opinions because I'm correct. Like, what? Like, the word, like correct opinions implies that I'm already right. Why do I need to justify the fact that I have the correct opinions? They are correct. That's why I use the word correct. I have the correct opinions. Why? Because they're correct. What the f do you mean? What a stupid question. No, he would not. He wouldn't even figure out. He wouldn't learn how to play the game. He would play Super Lesbian RPG. He'd be like, "Damn, I can't fucking figure out these damn controls," and then he'd quit halfway through. He wouldn't even be able to beat the game. You think I'm an awful gamer? You think I'm an awful gamer, bro? Asmongold is fucking terrible. That boy is awful at video games. That guy fucking sucks. He is so dog shit. You think being sweaty in the fucking basement living with cockroaches makes you a good gamer? No, it don't. No, the fuck it don't. I saw him playing Hytale though. I wonder how he's doing on Hytale. I'm almost curious. I almost want to click on the Asmongold stream just to see how he's doing on Hytale. Does it not have a bit? Does it not have enough big-tittied women for him? Is it not manly enough for Asmongold? I want to see if Hytale is a manly enough game for Asmongold. Okay. I want to know. Oh no, he's not streaming anymore. Fuck. Hold on, I'm going exploring, ladies and gentlemen. He spent oh my god, he spent 3 hours. Oh my god, sorry, I need to show you this. We're looking at the Asmon VOD. He's 4 hours in and he's only looked at Twitter. He's looked at X the whole time. He spent 4 hours on X. Are you kidding? That's crazy work. Still on X. Now he's watching the news. Still. Oh, now he's on Reddit. Now he's on YouTube. Oh, okay. And then he's gonna spend. Oh, here we go.
It's water.
That's right. He's gaming now.
Let me get this other body pillow.
What the fuck?
It's a wizard.
Interesting.
Yeah, this is going really well.
Apparently he's a fan of Hytale.
I just like the only problem is I can't mine any of this stuff. That's the issue. Is that like if I could mine this stuff, everything would be fucking amazing, right?
All right.
All right. Gentlemen, it's been
He dies. Uh-oh, no. I don't know if he's a fan, boys. Oh, damn. Whoa. It's bro, you died. It's not that deep. It can't possibly be that deep.
My inventory is broken. Shit. Okay, that's fine. It's fine. I'm teleported out. It's okay. All right. You may start sleeping in 18 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna take a break.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. What an iconic day it is for the Asmongold fans around the world. The many. The loud, the proud. What is chat saying while he's on Twitter? Like, I don't know. I want to suck Donald Trump's long wiggly dick. I want to suck Donald Trump to completion. I desire Donald Trump's long fucking schlong in my mouth right now. I need it. It needs to happen. If I cannot gargle Donald Trump's cum while he looks down approvingly, why does my life have purpose? Truly, another iconic Asmongold chat line. My president. That's my American hero. Yes, Donald Trump, commit another felony. Slay. Slay Queen Donald Trump, commit another crime. I'm trying to find fucking conservative reactions to the fucking Jerome Powell thing that Jerome Powell just put out about like the president of the United States is putting pressure on me to like do whatever. I want to know what like the conservative reaction is to that, because that's a pretty like insane to try and like fuck with the Fed. That's a he's already like gone crazy with power, but like still like trying to fuck with the Fed is crazy work. So I'm so curious. Oh, the ice woman dying? Oh yeah, the ice shoot. Ugh. The problem is I think that like the police, or at least the ICE officers in this case, I feel like they have, like, I saw the video it's like fucking super ridiculous that she was shot, but I feel like the police have enough plausible deniability that they're not gonna, like, nothing's gonna happen. They're gonna get away with it because it's like it was just enough where it's like the guy's standing in front of the vehicle and she's slowly moving the car forward and he's like, I was getting run over, she was gonna press the accelerator, I was gonna die or whatever. So it was self-defense. They have, it's like, obviously, like, if it was a regular citizen, that shit would not hold up in court, but because it's the police, because it's ICE, they already have like the built-in protections from the police that they're just gonna fucking, like, they're fine, they're chilling. I don't think that's gonna result in anything. That's why I haven't really talked about it, because it just wasn't like that big of a thing for me, at least. Like, fuck ICE, like ICE, like, I don't know, it's like, I already fuck ICE, right? Like this doesn't change the majority of the nation's opinion, right? Like this isn't, the problem is that this isn't like a big enough like thing to change anybody's minds, and I think that's ultimately why I don't really care about it as much, because this isn't like the major cultural shift where it's like people are actually going to be like, oh man, maybe ICE really is bad, or maybe this is the thing where it's like maybe we're going to see like a bunch of stupid liberals going crazy over like a nothing burger, right? There's just nothing there. Everybody's going to hold the same position they already held before. This isn't the, you know, the game changer for anybody. If you support ICE, you're going to keep supporting ICE because you're just going to say, oh, it was in self-defense or whatever. And if you hate ICE, you're going to say they fucking murdered somebody in cold blood. And obviously the truth lies closer to the, it doesn't lie somewhere in the middle this time. It lands much closer to the ICE side. Or sorry, not, what the fuck am I saying? It lands much closer to the they murdered her in cold blood side, but it's not enough. It's not blatant enough. Unfortunately. It is not blatant enough. But at this point, I don't even know what's going to be blatant enough. What does Donald Trump have to do to get people to actually fucking hate him? It's kind of an impossible question to answer, because there's nothing he can't do. He could do anything, and they would support it. We are really in the end game. I've had a pretty good run today, I think, in terms of red ball. I should probably get onto late game runs soon. It's good to have that practice. I feel like I'm getting more and more consistent. Trump would have to come out as gay? Nah, they'd support it. It's all a political move after all, to try and curry favor. That's what they would say. It's kind of like the Gaylors, you know, where they say, you know, oh, Taylor's just pretending to be straight for, like, publicity, when she's actually a raging homosexual. I will say, I feel like a lot of Taylor Swift fans have started to turn on her more and more. Not that Taylor Swift has ever been in the cultural zeitgeist recently, but more and more Taylor Swift fans, I think, have been hating on Taylor because she's been releasing dog shit music. Now, they won't say it's dog shit, but they know it's dog shit, so. They already don't care about Epstein? No. It was very performative outrage for most of them. Again, like, the Republican Party has done a very good job of basically convincing people that the only thing that matters is that as long as you're winning, as long as they're doing things that you want them to do, it doesn't matter how it gets done, right? Outcomes as opposed to process. Doesn't matter how many laws you break, it doesn't matter who you're going to vote for, it doesn't matter how much they're going to destroy the culture of this country. It doesn't matter. As long as you get what you want done, that's all that matters. You don't have to play the game if you just break all the rules. What else did I want to look up? I was curious about something, but I forgot. I forgot to be curious, ladies and gentlemen. Sheepo 3 is starting to slowly lose his mind. This is the point. Alright. Bumped the freak out of my mic. I should really check my voice. I need to check my VODs to make sure I sound okay. I think I should, theoretically. Apparently Mamdani's just doing stuff right now. Maybe the problem is I feel like I'm seeing all the Mamdani glaze right now, and I wonder like how is Mamdani actually doing? Do he? I mean, he's kind of keeping he's keeping quieter now, which I appreciate. He's doing. I feel like I see him less, which I believe is a good thing. Hopefully, he's spending more time just like kind of being the mayor and doing like political stuff, as opposed to pretending, you know, being popular and hot and whatnot. That's what you got to do. Once you get elected, you have to lock down, right? You have to stop being the public figure and start being like, you know, the let's get stuff done person, which is a pretty hard, you know, thing to do, I think, for a lot of politicians. It's why so many politicians are just media trained, like soulless vacuums, because all they know is like knowing how to do politician stuff. They don't know how to be like a person who's like fun and exciting to be around, and like people, it gets people excited to vote, right? Have you seen those clips of him just waiting for the results? I don't really see a lot of Mamdani on my For You page, so I don't know. I don't know what you're referring to in that case. All I see is that fuck-ass ramp he built. Damn it, how do I miss that shit? That's annoying. Boing. Oh, look at that movement. Like some documentary looking shit. Are they gonna do a GQ cover of Mamdani? Israel GPT, generate me a New York mayor who's gonna support the goals of the IDF. Sorry. That's not Mamdani. It's actually the opposite of Mamdani. I think the funniest thing about when I was looking at the whole fucking like mayoral race for New York is like, why, like, people were talking about Israel, like why are people asking Mamdani about what he thinks about Israel and Palestine, bro? He's the fucking mayor of New York City. What? Who gives a shit what he thinks about Israel Palestine? Who cares, bro? He's the mayor of New York City. He doesn't do shit foreign politics. He does shit in New York City. Why do you follow Brawl Stars? Cause I play it, and I think that esports can be interesting. And I like esports in general, so. I try to watch all the esports I can. You know me, Bluey. Also, I've been playing more Brawl Stars as of late. It's come back around. Like an old habit I just can't drop. I picked up the pen and I can't stop smoking. Taking whiffs of death air. AKA playing Brawl Stars. He gave Trump the Israel award. I didn't think he'd actually sound evil. He do sound like a fucking villain, bro. That is the Netanyahu, bro. He do be evil as shit. Stupid rain. Why does all these lo-fi stuff? Twitch account 2 years longer than me, and you only follow 30 people. Gotta keep my follower count, like the amount of people who I follow, I gotta keep it lower than the amount of people who follow me, alright? It's like the first thing you learn. Clout brain, baby. Don't you understand? You must not have been here long enough. Sheepo3 will be at 3K followers for the rest of his life. Sheep will never escape 3K followers. I will be here forever. I remember celebrating 1K followers like I made a fucking major milestone. It was the greatest thing in my life. Pretty big wall. It is huge. I would have kept growing if I kept on playing Hypixel Open Party, but I decided to be cooler and more epic. And now look at me. The result of me deciding not to play Hypixel Open Party, I think I've created a much more interesting Sheep003 with a much more interesting community. That's my hot take. That's my hot take. I think I'm a more interesting person. Maybe I'm not a better streamer, but I'm a better... I think if you fuck with Sheep, there's nothing like him. I'm like a dopamine hit you just can't get anywhere else. Who else does it like Sheep does? I'm just built different, what can I say? It's okay, I think you're awesome. I think that I'm just like, I'm unique. You know? I'm unique in a nice way. I think that's fun. Because, you know, like, certainly there will be people like me who are kind of like willing to speak their minds like me, but it's so hard to get like an actual like full conversation. You can have like a full fucking conversation with me. You want to talk? We can talk, baby. I'm just Northern Lion with hair. What was I looking up again? Oh no, I was going to switch out my game. I like being me. I have a lot of fun being me for the most part. That's the best part about me, is that I genuinely like being me, even with all of my flaws and failings and awful shit that I have going on, all my baggage. I still like being me. At the end of the day, I don't think I'd be anybody else. I'd like to have somebody else's maybe physical things, their money, their body, whatever, but I'd rather be me, my mind, my personality. I want to be me. And I think that if you get to that point in your life, it means A, you're not depressed, and B, you're doing pretty good for yourself. And I think being not depressed, that's a pretty big deal, man. You've made it. You're not depressed, ladies and gentlemen. Great mentality, Sheepo3. Thank you, Blue Leaf. It is a great mentality. I don't know what to say about like mental health stuff. The problem with Sheepo3 and mental health is that I've just never been like mentally unwell, I guess. I've always been like pretty easygoing when it comes to this shit. It's just that I understand it better, and so now I can, you know, I can describe myself more colorfully, but ultimately I've never hated my life, or I've never hated my life enough to consider like killing myself or something dramatic. What the fuck is this car doing? What in the world? You know what else I like? I like the fact that I have extra apples in the fridge, so I can eat more fruit this week. That does fill me with joy. What also fills me with joy is whenever I look at the clock, I realize I only have to stream for like half an hour more. And then I can finally eat dinner, and I can work on this editing stuff. My voice is going out rapidly. That's what makes me happy. I never bake or pan fry meatballs. I swear by this life-changing trick. Hold on. We need to see this. Let's see. Kristen Razin. You're the deputy food editor. These meatballs look fucking ridiculous. These look fucking crazy. They have to credit the food stylist? Uh-oh. Okay, we are not going to pan fry. We don't pan fry meatballs, and we're not going to bake them either. Pan steamed meatballs? Oh my fucking god. So they're just pan fried, but you put the cover on. I thought this shit was white as hell. What the, what are we doing? You just pan fried him with extra steps. What the fuck are we talking about? What the hell is this? Dude, this fuck ass article. It's called the kitchen. This is, I hate this place. Kristen, you're a fucking big fucking bum, Kristen. Kristen Razin, you are a bum. A bum. I hope you know that. I'm gonna say that to your face. I'm looking at the camera now so you fucking know it. If you ever come across this clip, Kristen Razin, you're a bum for writing that shit. I hope you got paid good money. You probably got paid minimum wage for that shit. I'm sorry, Kristen Razin. I shouldn't blame you. This is not your fault. This is not your fault, Kristen Razin. You've done nothing wrong here. You are simply a pawn in the system, Kristen Razin. I'm sorry. You just needed to pump out an article so you could hit deadline. Never mind, Kristen. You know what? I'm gonna blame the system that encouraged you to write like that, because I think you're more talented than that, Kristen Razin. Now, if you generally think that article was good or like beneficial for humanity, then you should. Then fuck you. Then fuck you. But if you understand the folly of your actions and you realize that they only exist because of the system you've been created in, Kristen Razin, then I'm okay with it. Then I'm okay with it, Kristen Razin. You just have to realize. You have to remember who to blame, okay? You can't blame the everyman. They're often not to blame. Now, if a minimum wage person loves their job too much, then you can start to ask, like, questions. Then we can start to ask serious questions. But you have to know who to hate. Capitalism, ladies and gentlemen. The evils of capitalism. It infects us all. Oh, man. I thought I nipped the tip. I went slow there because I'm smart. I was never book smart. I'm money smart. It makes me more intelligent. Call me Mr. Rock Festival. I got hella bands. Shawty cute and her circle too. Told her get a friend. She gon' make me slide with my dog like I'm Mega Man. Damn it. In the past 4 streams, it looks like you are a lucky gambler, my friend. Blue Leaf, look at you. Blue Leaf was a lucky man. He put down some money on the old, whatchamacallits. Whatever that fuck-ass team was. I even forgore. The Jags, I think it was. Or maybe the Jags lost. I thought the Jags were gonna win. I think the Jags lost. No, it was the Rams. It was the Rams versus the Panthers, and I said the Panthers were gonna win, but the Rams ended up winning. I was wrong. Matthew Stafford was not a bum. Tragic for many Matthew Stafford haters. I'm not a Matthew Stafford hater, I just think he's not that great. It's not hater energy, it's just severe doubter energy. Bo Nix? I don't know about, man. I don't know about Bo. I don't know about Bofa Nix. Okay, I'm abstinent on what I think about him. I need to see how he performs under pressure. He's an unknown quantity as of yet. The Bills in the playoffs, Josh Allen he is either your angle or your devil, all right? And it's one or the other with Joshua. He can be your angle and he can be your devil. We smoked him last year, but you never know. Like I said, Josh Allen is one of those quarterbacks who, he's a known quantity, and he's known that he can like pop off. Even against good teams, he can go crazy in the playoffs. It's not impossible. Now, do I think the Bills are going to win? It's highly doubtful. I actually need to check the round 2 matchups. Who do we got? Who is gonna? I need to predict all the games actually. Let me see it. All right, NFL games. Let's look at it. Okay, coming up in the NIFL, the divisional round. You got the Bills. We got the Broncos. I think Broncs are gonna win. I want the Bills to win. I'm kind of rooting for the Bills because I like Josh Allen. But I think the Broncos are going to win. And if the Broncs win, then I'm down to root for the Broncos. 49ers versus Seahawks. I will be aggressively rooting for the Niners, but I have no faith. At least, all I care about the Niners is that we beat the Eagles. That's all that matters. We beat the Eagles. The Seahawks are going to smoke us. That's fine. Hopefully, Sam Darnold disaster class, but, you can only hope. Texans versus Patriots. I've seen a lot of people go Texans. I think Patriots are going to take it. I know that the Texans have a good defense, but I think the Patriots are just better. They're just a better team. CJ Stroud is not trustworthy. Rams versus Bears. I think Bears take it, honestly. I'm still not confident about the Rams at all. Even though they won that game, I still don't feel confident about that team. I don't know, I felt way too close, and I think the Bears, even with that last-second comeback against Green Bay, I think that the Bears are better. So I think it goes Broncos, Seahawks, Patriots, Bears. Man, I'm just picking the number 1 seed, aren't I? I'm just picking the higher seed. Clearly, I don't know ball. Well, don't Texans have like the best defense in the league? I mean, defense wins championships in the NFL. Defense is like... Arguably, having a good defense is much more important than having a good offense, because all you need to have a good football team is having a good defense and a good quarterback. That's all that matters, literally. As long as you have those 2 things, then you will win. Tell the Bengals that? Well, I don't know. Look at all the teams that have won Super Bowls as of late. I mean, it's like good defense, and then if you have a good quarterback, you can carry a shit offense. Look at the Chiefs in the last couple of years. They had a great defense, and they had a generational quarterback with a shitty offense. Or you're just like the Eagles, and you have both. Okay? So I still worry. I still worry about my Niners, okay? Because if they do manage to beat the Seahawks, which is unlikely, and it's not going to happen. Now, I think the only way that the Niners beat the Seahawks is if a Sam Darnold disaster class, which is actually entirely possible. It is Sam Darnold. It's entirely possible that Sam Darnold just goes down the shitter. Jalen Hurts is not a good quarterback. He's not bad. I think people overrate him. I saw a really good quote about that. Jalen Hurts is what people think Brock Purdy is. And that's true, I think. Jalen Hurts is a really good system quarterback. And that is all. He can play the system. He can run an offense. He can throw the ball. He can do all that stuff. He will not save your game. He will not save your team. He will not save your franchise. He's not a generational quarterback. He doesn't need to be a generational quarterback because he's generally like pretty consistent. He's pretty consistently average. He's not often the reason you lose games. There are so many other things to blame than Jalen Hurts. And that's kind of, you know, with a team like the Eagles who have so much talent, I mean, yeah, that's kind of all you need. As long as your quarterback isn't actively throwing games away, you're doing fine. I mean, look at all the Eagles fans. They are not blaming... Yeah, of course. But that doesn't matter, right? I think that, like, there's this stupid idea that people have. It's like, Jalen Hurts is like, yeah, like, okay, so? He is, like, he's consistent. That I feel like that should be, you know... Sure, like, clearly he doesn't have the high highs, but he also doesn't have the low lows, okay? Most of the Jalen Hurts failings can be kind of like put back onto like shitty offensive systems because they have a shit offensive coordinator, right? That's what should be blamed, their shitty offensive system as opposed to Jalen Hurts' poor play, right? Like I said, Jalen Hurts doesn't save games. He's not like, why do you expect Jalen Hurts to save games? You are comparing Jalen Hurts to something that he is not and he cannot be, right? And that's fine. I think Jalen Hurts is a perfectly fine quarterback. I have no beef with him being overrated or underrated. He is what he is. I think Brock Purdy is a good quarterback. Is Brock Purdy a generational quarterback? Probably not. He just doesn't have the physical tools. But is Brock Purdy a better quarterback than Jalen Hurts? Absolutely, 100%. I live and die by that statement. Brock Purdy is a better quarterback than Jalen Hurts because Brock Purdy can save games. Brock Purdy does have the ability to clutch up and play amazing. Has he shown, you know, the same consistency that Jalen Hurts has? You know, that's debatable, but the facts are what they are, ladies and gentlemen. It's also really nice to have like a quarterback like Jalen Hurts because I imagine he doesn't take up too much of the salary cap. I don't know how much he gets paid, but I mean, they're not going to pay. I don't know if they're going to pay him a max fucking contract. I don't know if he's worth that. I don't think anybody thinks he's worth that. I don't think Jalen Hurts thinks he's worth a max contract. Maybe I should check, but I feel like if you have kind of like a mediocre quarterback that's consistent enough, then you can spend money elsewhere to get like the better talent, right? That's what really matters. Any quarterback can look like a god if you give him a good enough O-line. Level 9 really has been my devil as of late, as opposed to my angle. Hold on. You know what I want to look up? Never mind. I totally forgot. You know, Super Bowl's happening in California this year. Happening in it's happening in the San Francisco Stadium. I tried to convince my parents to go to the Super Bowl since they live really close to the stadium. I said, you should buy tickets. Now, first of all, they're super expensive. And second of all, they said, no. And I said, man, that sucks. I know you guys got that kind of money. They were telling me how apparently Super Bowl tickets for like the shitty nosebleed seats, they cost like $10,000 a piece. I'm like, Jesus. I've always wanted to get like a box for a football game. I want to get like one of those luxury suites. Me and the boys in the luxury suite. That's why I have to become like a big deal businessman. So then I can get a suite from like, oh, it's a business expense. Cost 15? Only, my college team was free if you were a student, but we probably weren't that big of a deal, so. I didn't come from a culture where college football was a big deal, so. My family has connections. Oh, you can. That's sick. Being in one of those sweet, man, that's gotta be. It's gotta be a good time, brother. At Yankee Stadium? I'm sorry that you have to watch that bum-ass Yankees team, but, you know. At least you get to do it in comfort, right? That bum-ass Yankees team that can't play defense? Alright, dude, I fucking watched that World Series. That shit was awful. What the hell? It makes me feel better? Hey, man. Do you get free food at least? I think that's the most important thing. As long as you're getting free food from the stadium. Because when I went to the football game, my parents had like a ticket that got us like unlimited free food from like the general convenience like lunch place. And that's all that fucking matters. Because food tastes better when it's free. When you don't gotta pay for it, it tastes great. My mom got us some beers at the 49er stadium. They cost 20 bucks per beer. This shit was crazy. I was like, this is ridiculous. 12 ounces of beer is costing 20 bucks these days? What the fuck? But the rest of the food was free. And it was not half bad, honestly. At Candlestick, or what's the stadium called that the Niners play at? I totally forget. I had my ass some free fucking food, and it was great. I was jumping for damn joy, brother. Levi's. Yeah, that's the one. Thank you. Levi's. I was mixing it up with the Warriors Stadium. But yeah. My current stadium, oh man, it's so nice. I love living close to a sports stadium. I think the one thing I want to keep doing, wherever I move, I want to keep living close to like a sports stadium. I don't know. The energy is just so much like better. Because like I live close to a sports stadium right now. I live close to Golden One Center. That's the Kings, the Sacramento Kings Stadium. I love that stadium. I've been to not many stadiums, but I've been to enough stadiums to have an opinion on stadiums. And the G1C is one of the best stadiums I've been to, just because of everything. The problem with Levi's is that everything else around it kind of sucks. It's kind of just the stadium and then a fuck ton of parking, and it kind of blows. But what's sick about Sacramento is that surrounding the stadium is all of this infrastructure that's built specifically for entertainment and sports and stuff, and that is super cool. Because it means that when you're actually at the stadium, it feels like you're in the you're in the downtown, man. You're in the sauce, and it's great. I love that. Not a big basketball guy. I used to not be a big basketball guy. Even when I had the Warriors basically winning me free championships, I wasn't even a big basketball guy. But I've grown. I've grown to enjoy it more and more. I think with basketball, you just gotta watch it. I think the best part about basketball is not having to watch basketball. Just don't watch the games and just follow like the Twitter memes. And honestly, that's the best way to follow basketball. The one sport that I really like to watch, besides football, when it's playoff football, I like watching football. But the one sport I really love to watch, I love hockey, bro. Hockey is my favorite sport to watch, I think. I love hockey, man. That shit is hella fun. I wish hockey was a bigger deal. I really wish it was. Hockey is fun, man. It's a fun game. Every time I've gone to a Sharks game, man, that shit has been woo-wee. I was a hockey natural. I just never liked it. That's fine, not liking playing it. But I think watching it is... come on, man. You gotta... As a experience, watching hockey is... Come on, man. That's just a good time. Watching those guys go fucking Mach 10, ramming into each other. Hell yeah, baby. That's some shit right there. And it doesn't stop. That's the best part. Hockey just keeps going. It's just, it's soccer, but faster a lot of the time. I think a lot of hockey is just soccer, but faster. Now, obviously, that's a huge oversimplification of what hockey is, but because he didn't like the coaches? That's a lot of things. That's a lot of people. You know what's funny? My dad was actually the complete opposite. I think I've told this story enough about my dad. Whenever my dad talks about his figure skating days, because my dad used to be like a competition figure skater. And I remember he was telling me more about figure skating stuff because I was asking. I was like, oh, I was curious. He won a regional figure skating competition. He was telling me like the reason I never went bigger, or then I never went bigger, is because I fucking sucked. Like I was not at all. My father was not talented at figure skating at all. He told me a story of like, yeah, so like when I was first getting into figure skating, like as a kid, I remember going to a coach, and the coach told me basically like, bro, you are not good enough. You're not cut out for this shit. Try a different sport. You're not built for this. And so I went to another figure skating coach, and he said the exact same shit. And then I went to a third figure skating coach who agreed to teach me. And so he just grinded his way up to like being in the lane. From the perspective of like professional figure skating, he grinded his way up to being like mediocre, and he said, "Fuck it, that's kind of how that's about as high as I can go, being mediocre." And then he went on to be like successful in other ways, but I think it's funny to like just to see that sometimes people say hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. Man, when you're reaching the highest levels of physical competition, if you're just not built for it, then you're not built for it. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. You can only go so high when you don't have talent. If you want to reach the highest of the highest, if you want to be the best of the best, man, you just got to be built for that shit sometimes. Me with baseball, I was butt cheeks. Yeah, exactly. At some point, you kind of just realize, like, like either I can compete with these guys by working twice as hard, and then you'll compete with those guys and you'll probably beat them, but then you'll go to the league where everybody works twice as hard, and then everybody's like not only like insanely talented, but they're also working the same amount as you are, and you're just like, well, shit, I guess that's where it ends. That's where the buck stops. I was never really into baseball as a kid. I played it a couple of seasons. I never really liked it. It's kind of boring. Kind of got bored. Just sitting on the bench all day. I was like, ooh. Sitting in the outfield. I played second base. That was my position. I played second. I liked second. Second was fun. When I was a kid, I was like the younger kid playing outfield, like picking the grass. That's what I was doing, because Little League baseball fucking sucks. Outfield Little League baseball fucking blows fat ass, bro. Holy shit. Playing outfield as like as with people who can actually hit must be a lot more interesting, but like damn. Yeah, I think second base is like it's like a more brainy position, right? You have to be you have to be smarter as a second baseman. Because it feels like you're the one who's in charge of making all like the double plays and stuff. It feels like second base is a much smarter position. How many plays did you? Bro, I was I was like 10. I don't know. I played it for a couple years. I played from like, I played when I was like young, bro. I do not remember shit about baseball. I'll just know that I played it. I was there. I got to the big enough leagues where they let the kids pitch, because normally in the leagues that I played in, they would let the they would make the parents pitch, or like have like a pitching machine or something. That's what would do the pitching. but I got to the big enough league where they started letting kids pitch. That's when it got fun, I think. When the kids started pitching. That's when baseball got real. I never made it, like, because it was like, I think it was like the first half of the game, the parents would pitch, and then the second half of the game, the kids would pitch. That's what I remember doing. And that's about as far as I went. Then I said, fuck it, I'm out. And I never went further than that because I did not like baseball. His arms exploded? Yeah, man. How do you prevent that from happening? Are there like baseball specific exercises you can do or something that like stop your arm from like blowing up? It feels like that happens to every pitcher, right? Is it just the nature of the business with pitching? It's just a matter of time until your arm is fucked. Because I know that Goat-Hei Ohtani had to get fucking... Goat-Hei Ohtani had to get Tommy John. But then he came back and he played pretty good, except for in the World Series. He kind of played like a piece of piss. But he had that one game. What was it? Like 3 homers and like 10 strikeouts or whatever. The Ohtani game. Yeah, that shit is crazy. He's the GOAT for sure. Recently? Man, I feel like even recently, I mean, you say recently, like, didn't he just, didn't he just win back-to-back MVP? Respectfully? Yeah, he's not been good in the postseason. He, like, I swear to God, like, that fucking, the one Ohtani game was the biggest bait game of all time. He has not been great in the postseason, but the one fucking postseason game where he hits 10 strikeouts and 3 home runs, like, okay, that shit's just legendary. He's got to be, like, I don't follow baseball, but, like, is he the GOAT, man? Because, like, pitching and hitting at that level, like... I mean, I don't know what he did with the Angels. All I know is what he did with the Dodgers, because that's when I started following baseball again, because it was interesting, because the Dodgers are a fun team. But, like, I don't know if he's the GOAT or not. No, he's not a postseason god for sure, 100%. Every time I've seen him play, he's been kind of playing like a piece of piss for sure. I wouldn't say he's the GOAT yet. Who do you think is above him? You want to, like, throw out some names? Maybe I'll recognize. Bonds? Wasn't... Oh, man. Rodriguez or Bonds? I feel like Bonds is so controversial, though, no? Isn't he a dirty cheater who fucking... Yeah, roid guys. That's the thing, right? All the roid boys. I guess it was different because, like, everybody was roiding up back then, so... But still, it's like... It does kind of put like a cap in the bag, right? Both of them were really good before steroids. That is such like a cope though. It's like, oh, but they were, you know, they were good. It's still like, it's still a pretty major asterisk. I still think Bond should probably be in the Hall of Fame now. They wouldn't be the same? Oh, no, of course not. Yeah, unfortunate. It's just like a really unfortunate time. Because it's like if you weren't taking... Like, Bonds probably would have been a legendary player. Bonds arguably probably would have been a Hall of Famer without the roids. He just took the roids and he became fucking, you know, Godzilla on fucking Earth. Man, hypotheticals and what ifs, huh? Honestly, I'm just happy that we have the Dodgers right now. I think the Dodgers have made baseball interesting again. I think the Dodgers have made baseball fun. I think Dodgers have made people care about baseball again. After baseball kind of languishing. Also, half of that is like due to the rule changes that they've been making to make the games faster. Like the pitch clock has been a really fantastic fucking change for actual baseball watchability. I've actually watched some baseball games because of like the game just being faster and more interesting and fun. And also just like the Dodgers, man. It's like I love my Giants. I remember as a kid watching the Giants win 3 World Series. That shit was great, but man, I think the Dodgers are a great team and they're fun and they have been a part of 2 of arguably the most fun and exciting World Series ever. Like, dude, last World Series, man, dude, that shit was generational. Blue Jays versus Dodgers, that shit goes down as one of the top, like, I haven't watched a lot of World Series, but man, that's gotta be a legendary World Series. That shit was so crazy. I was literally changing my schedule to catch baseball games. Dead ass. I was like changing my fucking schedule to watch the baseball games. That's how fucked up it was. When you it's like you know, like I love when that happens, when you know that you're watching something legendary and you're just in the middle of it, because like I knew like after like game 3 or 4, like this is gonna be like, this is a fucking legendary World Series. Man, that shit, I love watching. Like, it's so rare that you get that shit, but when you're watching like some of the best games, man, oh my god, there's nothing like it. That's why I love sports. That's why I love sports. Because when you are in the midst of it, like you wait through so much garbage as a sports fan to get to the gold, bro. To reach the fucking gold. And when you make it there, it's perfect. When your team finally does it, shit was, oh man, it's why I even care about baseball, because of game 1 of Dodgers Yankees. That's kind of what started it. Game 1 versus Dodgers Yankees. I watched that game too. Well, I started watching because Shohei Ohtani, because he's the fucking, like, he was insane, and everybody's talking about Shohei Ohtani being the greatest, like, athlete, like, fucking ever, apparently, right? And then I watched Game 1 of World Series, and I'm like, damn, maybe baseball is sick. Maybe baseball is a sick fucking game. Every other game sucked, true. That's true. Every other game was kind of a fucking, you know. Well, I mean, as a Yankees fan, I'm sure. But yeah. And then, like, after that, I just kind of kept tabs on baseball. I'm not a big enough fan of any real sport to, like, watch it consistently. But I just kept tabs on baseball, just checking in, just to see what's happening. And then World Series comes back around, and I'm like, oh, shit. We got Dodgers. We got these Blue Jays who are looking feisty. And then I'm like, I'll tune in for the World Series. It's the World Series, after all. And then I watch the World Series, and I'm like, oh, boy. Baseball really got that, though. Baseball really got that, though. When baseball is good, man, baseball is good. It does, it does. All right. Well, I think that's all for me. I no longer got it red ball wise, so. What do I want to talk? I wanted to look up if the Sharks are playing tonight, because I kind of want to watch a Sharks game. I talked about it, and I want to watch a Sharks game. They're not playing tonight. Fuck. They're playing Thursday. What are they're 4th. Hold on. Sharks are actually doing okay. I was planning on sleeping. Well, I'm not sleeping yet. I still have 2 more hours until I have to go to sleep. So I'm gonna eat dinner, and then I'm gonna go to bed. Hold on. What are the standings? Sharks might make it to the playoffs, man. There's a real chance the Sharks make it to the playoffs. I gotta watch the carefully. All right, either way, gamers, I gotta get out of here. It's been Sheep003, but I have got a skedaddly do. I'll be back on Thursday. More Red Ball content. You know what's popping. Either way, it's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun. I've got to get out of here. I talk to you gamers on Thursday. Peace. Bye. Move my mouse all the way over.